Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Libras for the month of January 2024. Happy New Year. What you guys are looking at are the energies you guys can expect to walk into January. So I'm going to be talking about the transits first, and then I'll talk about my channeled messages after. So I'm going to go through this weekly, and then I'll update everything as we go along. All right, so let's get to it. So January 1st, we have Venus in Sagittarius, squaring Saturn in Pisces. So Venus is in your third house in Sagittarius, and it is squaring Saturn in Pisces in your sixth house, okay? Excuse me. And then that same day, Mercury in your third house in Sagittarius goes direct. January 4th, Mars enters your fourth house in Capricorn. Okay. All right. So what did I channel for you guys with that one? All right. So, oh yeah, this was interesting because I literally physically felt this one when I was channeling it. So I felt this swing, like going back and forth and then literally dropping. Like, so I'm going to have to draw this out because there's no other way to explain what it is I'm talking about. So I see a bridge and then I see you guys in the middle of it. And hold on. So picture like, I don't know, let's just say these are two mountains. I know this is terrible. And then this is a bridge. Just work with me here, okay? And let's just say this is you in the middle of it, and you're on some type of, I don't know, like I want to say a hammock, but it's smaller, like a swing. And then you drop down from that onto another hammock that is connected to another bridge, I want to say, that is connecting from one side to the next. And then it happens again. I know my drawing just is terrible and it's like not really useful, but I'm just trying to explain to you guys like what it is that was happening and what it is I felt. So it's like you go from here to there to there, and you're literally still in the middle. So you're not falling to the ground, you're not like lopsided. It's not necessarily a bad energy, but I am picking up on that somehow this represents a back and forth energy, despite like you not visually seeing it and I wasn't visually seeing it, but this is what I felt. I then see you guys seeing someone walking away and waving goodbye with a, what did I see? With a mask. So I see somebody basically leaving. They're leaving your life, okay? And then I'm seeing you guys bowling with 2 balls trying to aim. So obviously that's not how bowling works. So I feel like if I were, you know, using tarot, which I wasn't, this would be like 2 of Pentacles in reverse, like almost trying to do several different things, like multitasking and not being able to keep up. But I almost feel like this is happening mentally for you guys. And this has to do with feeling like maybe like you're trying to balance, because when I see a bridge, I think of Libra energy. And the fact that you're able to stay in the middle of this bridge and you're still on the bridge, like you're still doing it, you're maintaining, but it's like you feel like you're falling in some type of way and you're trying to balance. And this connects to somebody saying goodbye to you. I feel like you see 2 people, what is kissing, and someone is telling you to free yourself. So it's either really happening or it's all in your head is what I'm picking up on. So let's look at the transits to see what this is talking about. So Venus is in your 3rd house. It's in Sagittarius, right? It's squaring your 6th house, and that's in Pisces, and it's squaring Saturn. So this, so Venus squaring Saturn literally talks about like stopping love, or there's a karmic lesson with love, or on again, off again relationships. It slows down relationships. It slows down love. But Mercury in the same house where Venus is, it's in the 3rd house in Sagittarius. So because it goes direct, you guys may be seeing it clearly. You may be seeing something as it is. And with the house of learning, because it's in the 3rd house, this is literally where you learn things, right? And Mercury is the ruler of the 3rd house. It's also the ruler of the 6th house. And you have something going on about discipline and a life lesson going on the first week, and it involves another person. And Venus being in Sagittarius, this talks about being in a freeing relationship, if it's going to be in a relationships, if it's going to be in a relationship, because it needs freedom. It needs to not be like, I want to say tied down, or like at least felt like it's tied down or being told what to do. So I feel like with this squaring Saturn, that's exactly what's happening. It's like something is being told what to do, or it's connecting to your work, literally, because Venus squaring Saturn also does talk about making money later on in life as well. Like there is a delay in making money because you need to learn how to spend better. And you have this connected to your 6th house, which speaks of work, and Venus can speak of money. So, but the fact that I'm I'm channeling another person. I feel like this could be talking about somebody you're connected to in your local community. And then Mars is leaving your third house. So there could have been some type of fight, because I said I see someone walking away and waving goodbye with a mask. So there's no speaking going on is what I'm picking up on. There's no speaking, right? And Mars goes into the fourth house. That's an energy. I mean, everybody has a different storyline, but I personally, I don't like that when I see that. You know, it's in the house of privacy. So usually most people don't experience this energy with another person unless they live with them. And then they get to see that Mars in the fourth house. But Mars in the fourth house, I don't know. I feel like I feel like, well, the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. It's in your sixth house. I just feel like there's something about this energy that may be just connected to conflict at home for you guys, is what I'm picking up on. Okay, so what else did I get? I'm also seeing Pisces. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. So with Mars entering your fourth house and Saturn in the sixth house as the ruler, you may want to heal through activities, physical activities. I'm seeing Pisces feet walking away from another person, and Jupiter is in Taurus. This is, you know, Jupiter's the ruler of Sagittarius, right? So the eighth house is internal. It's the house of secrets. It's the house of things going on behind your back. And this is connected to your third house right now, your local community. So you may be learning something because Jupiter teaches us something, right? You may be learning something clearly about another because Mercury goes direct in Sagittarius, and Jupiter just went direct, I think, the last week of December. So this is why there's so much light. At least that's what I was channeling. And due to Saturn in the sixth house in Pisces, it's unfortunate, but you're making the right choice and walking away from something. I feel a sassy spirit guide. Oh, I feel a sassy spirit guide singing that Beyonce song, To the Left, To the Left. And I'm almost positive she's a rising Libra. So yeah, so again, the throat chakra, right? Taurus being in the eighth house, this speaks of the throat chakra. And I'm seeing somebody with a mask covering their mouth so they're not speaking, and Jupiter is expanding upon this, and they're walking away, right? And then there's some type of conflict, I feel like, with you guys. So this may connect with, because I'm seeing feet and Pisces, like anytime I see feet, it's connecting to Pisces energy. So and the ruler of Mars is Aries, and Aries is in your seventh house right now. And this talks about seventh house relationships, partnerships. And you guys have Chiron here. Chiron just went direct. It speaks about the wounded healer. So yeah. All right. So the second week of January, Sun in Capricorn in your fourth house is sextiling Neptune and Pisces in your sixth house. So a sextile, how I look at it is, it's almost like a trine in the sense that it's not a blessing. It's not as easy, but it's still a good energy in the sense that you just have to put in some type of work, and you're probably going to get whatever it is you wanted. You just got to put in some type of initiation. You got to do something, and it's probably going to work out in your favor. So, oh, I jumped ahead. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong week. How did I do that? Forget that. we're going to forget I said that. Second week of January, Sun in Capricorn in your 4th house is trining Uranus in retrograde in Taurus in the 8th house. So a trine, this is a blessing. This is easy flowing energy. Sometimes this is literally like a gift being given to you, or it's a blessing that we don't realize is a blessing because the energy comes so naturally to us. So the sun being in your 4th house, you guys are able to see something clearly where you wouldn't normally be able to see something clearly, because Uranus can talk about intuition, getting messages from spirit out of nowhere. And the fact that it's coming through in your 8th house and it's trining the sun, there's something I feel like it's connecting to your local community and relationships, because the sun, the ruler of the sun is Leo, right? And that belongs to your 11th house, which speaks about your friends. This speaks of social networking. It speaks about, I don't know, the internet, online. And then the ruler of Taurus is Venus, and you guys have this in the 3rd house in Sagittarius. The ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter, goes back to the 8th house. But what's the ruler of Capricorn, where Sun is currently? It's in Pisces, in your 6th house. I'm telling you. And then in the ruler of Uranus, the energy, this connects to Aquarius, your 5th house. Romance, having fun, being on stage, something creative. And I think you guys are going to be able to, I think something, you may learn something suddenly out of nowhere at home is what I'm getting. Like, it may take place at home, but something will be illuminated for you guys. January 11th, there's a new moon in Capricorn in your 4th house. So something new is happening here at home for you guys. January 12th, Mars in Capricorn in your 4th house is trining Jupiter in your 8th house. Again, it's like a very similar storyline to what I just said before with the sun in Capricorn trining Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. It's connected there, except this time it's Mars and Jupiter are talking. So there's some type of action connected with, I want to say intuition, because it's Jupiter in the 8th house. So this is talking about, it's kind of similar to Uranus in the 8th house, except it wouldn't be something unexpectedly. It's literally like, it's literally luck with the things that are not being shown to you. It's like you get luck and you're able to see these things. Let's see, Juno goes retrograde in Virgo on January 12th. So this is your 12th house. This is the things that you cannot see. This is the unconscious. These are your dreams. These are the things that go missing. This is like a prison. And it's in Virgo. So Juno speaks of the soulmate, it speaks of partnerships, and it's going in retrograde. So it's like something's being put on pause when we talk about maybe connecting with another, or it could speak about like, what do you actually want when it comes to connecting with another? All right, so what did I channel? All right. Second week of January, I see, sorry, I see you guys in bed trying to get out. I see you guys being depressed, trying to heal, trying to push through. I see you guys holding a cross. It feels heavy the second week of January. When I ask Spirit, what is this about? I see something weighs heavy on your chest. When I look back at the chart, it looks like this is in regards to your home life and your internal world. I feel like I'm getting loneliness, like your heart's in the 3rd house. This is where the fun is at. Maybe you don't have access to this, but you see it. And when I look at your 4th house, it weighs me down just looking at it as a rising Libra. I feel like, oh, that's right. That's right. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Because I feel like nobody understands our struggle unless you guys have beautiful planets and beautiful degrees in your 4th house. Like, I'm speaking to you guys personally. Like, unless you guys like have really nice 4th house energy going on in your chart and you can't relate to what I'm talking about on a personal level right now, I feel like nobody understands, like, I mean, I think obviously everybody has their own struggles, but I feel like people assume that we are just victims, that we're just crybabies, or that we have it easy, or that if we look pretty, that we have life a certain way. But if you look at our 4th house, it's in Capricorn. This shit belongs in the 10th house, and we have 4th house energy in our 10th house. Like, that shit's not natural. Like, that means, like, growing up, it was cold. Like, it was, you learned life fast. Like, and I'm looking at what it is we have going on in the month of January. And we have Mars here. And I mean, the sun being here is nice. But Pluto, I mean, I kind of have something similar to that already naturally in my chart. So I'm already used to that. But that's like rough, right? And then we've already been going through that for 20 years now. God, that sounds weird saying that. So I just feel like this is the sad part about being a rising Libra, because it's sad at home. So yeah, I feel like the energy I'm picking up on the 2nd week of January makes sense, because your 4th house is lit up in Capricorn, and I don't know, like Pluto belongs to Scorpio. I mean, Pluto and Mars is the original ruler of Scorpio. So it's like you have double Scorpio energy going on in your 4th house. So it's like there may be something very psychological going on, you in your thoughts. And then I feel like Capricorn energy in general can be talking about depression. It depends. And then you have the sun here. So something is being illuminated in your 4th house. And the fact that Mars just entered here, it could be talking about conflict if it's not about initiating something and creating something in the 4th house, because something new is going on. And I feel like it's in regards to taking the initiative to become spiritual. Like, that would be the positive manifestation of this, because I feel like something happens in the very beginning of January that causes this conflict for you guys. Because I feel like with Venus and Mercury in your 3rd house in Sagittarius, to me, this speaks of almost like a moon, a Sagittarius moon that just wants to go out and have fun with its friends, maybe randomly. And it's almost as if like you guys are being pulled into other directions, but maybe you guys actually want to have fun and you want to do this and you want to do that, but it's just like not in your cards right now. So that's what I'm seeing. So instead, I'm seeing you guys being in bed and trying to pull yourselves out of it and trying to heal. And the reason you guys are trying to do that is because the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and it's in your 6th house, the house of healing, let alone you guys have this in Pisces energy. But sometimes with Pisces energy being in the 6th house, it is literally so hard to actually have structure every day, is it not? Like, again, it depends what you guys have going on here. If you guys have your 6th house in an earth degree, and then you have tons of, like, I don't know, Earth like planets going on here. Maybe this is easy for you, but usually this is difficult for rising Libras. Having structure, committing to things in regards to their rituals and everyday routines, because Pisces is here. Pisces energy gets lost. So usually this is something we get better at when we get older. So yeah, I feel like you guys may be having like a typical Pisces like moment in a negative type of way. What else? Yeah, because Pisces natally, this belongs to the 12th house, and this is like the energy of like possibly getting lost. And I feel like you guys are literally like lonely the second week. I feel your energy is like your heart belongs to the 3rd house. So again, I'm feeling this energy of wanting to expand, wanting to go out, wanting to be with other people. But maybe other people aren't even seeing this about you because Jupiter is in your 8th house here. I also was channeling, I thought this was interesting in regards to the second week for you guys. I'm seeing you guys riding a buffalo. Like it was specifically a buffalo. But you guys are riding the buffalo backwards. So of course I'm thinking of that Mars energy. I'm seeing you guys come from the mountains. Mountains is Capricorn energy, and you guys are alone. So when I Googled this, like, what is this about? Like buffalo, like the spiritual energy of this. So this can be dangerous, like a personality that is grumpy and unpredictable, because they've never been tamed. So it can also speak about abundance and manifestation as well, ironically enough. So I feel like with Mars being in Capricorn, it's exalted here, but it's in your 4th house, and I feel like what I'm channeling isn't the greatest energy. So let's move on. Let's get to the 3rd week of January for you guys. So January 15th, Sun in Capricorn in your 4th house is sextiling Neptune in your 6th house in Pisces. So you guys are able to, like I was saying before, you guys are able to see something with a little bit of work, see something where you wouldn't normally be able to see something. And it involves, you know, possibly whatever it is you manifest during the new moon. So maybe healing is at play here. Maybe it has to do with your everyday routine in order to do better, in order to move on, in order to heal yourself. Yeah. Then January 18th, we have Mercury in Capricorn in your 4th house. Oh, I forgot to move that. Okay. So we're going to take that out. Sorry about that. Mercury enters your 4th house on January 13th. Okay. So moving forward, January 18th, Mercury in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in the 6th house. Okay, so your thoughts, something, whatever it is you're able to see on January 15th regarding home, everyday routine, possibly even work, possibly spiritual matters, you're able to manifest, you're able to make this a reality, you're able to communicate this, make this practical. January 19th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 3rd house is squaring Neptune in Pisces in the 6th house. So something happens where Venus is squaring Neptune. So there's an illusion here. You're not able to see something clearly here. This is this gives me the vibes of, how would I describe this? Having trouble spending your money, like not spending your money clearly, thinking you're a millionaire when really like, no, not so much. Or this could talk about love, not seeing clearly, going back to something where it's like, what are you doing? You know? That same day, Mercury in Capricorn in your 4th house is trining Jupiter and Taurus in your 8th house. So, okay, there's a connection here. So Venus in Sagittarius is trining, Venus in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in Pisces. in your 6th house. And that same day at home, Mercury in Capricorn is trining Jupiter in your 8th house. So there's a blessing and you're able to see something clearly when it comes to learning about something. It could be something that's vocalized. The reason I'm saying that is with the 8th house, these are things that are going on. So Jupiter's wisdom, this is information. When it's in the 8th house, you're learning something here. And it's trining Mercury. This is thoughts, communication, and it's in Capricorn. So it's something that's stable. It's something that's rational. It's earth energy. And Jupiter's in Taurus, and this is earth energy. So I feel like there could be this thought that you expand upon, and it's shown clearly to you is what I feel like. And this actually could be a message from spirit, because I'm thinking of the 8th house. 8th house is also looked at as the occult and magic, and I think more so of that when Jupiter is here. So even if you guys don't feel like you have gifts, I would say it's just like, this is how I look at like the first movies or TV shows or books that came out, and those type of characters, those type of archetypes that exist, whether those creators are consciously aware of it or not, like they don't have to be spiritual to recognize it. I 1000% believe they were getting messages in their dreams, intuitive hits from spirit in some type of way, somehow, in order to create the characters they created. Again, do I think they're consciously aware of it? No. 9 out of 10 of them, absolutely not. And I feel like this is what this energy could be speaking of, Mercury trining Jupiter. It comes so easily you didn't even realize it. You didn't even know that it was a message from spirit. That's how that type of energy works. That's how a trine works. And that's how Jupiter in the 8th house works, where it just like flows to you. Anyway, January 20th, Sun in Capricorn conjunct Pluto. Okay, so definitely double check these dates. They may be off by a day or two, but whatever Pluto touches, it's forever change. Pluto is like the reaper. It's like whatever it touches, it's going to turn into ash. So Pluto conjunct, what was that? Pluto conjunct the sun. It's very karmic. It is transformative. And it's in your 4th house. And then that same day, it goes into your 5th house in Aquarius. Oh, what was I doing here? What was I don't even know. What was that? Sorry. So, I don't believe you guys will be feeling this energy just on January 20th. I definitely feel like you'll be feeling this beforehand. So yeah, Pluto and the sun. So this is going to shake up your 5th house. Things are going to change in regards to romance for you. Things are going to change in regards to how you guys create. Things are going to change in regards to how you appear on stage in front of others. It's going to appear Aquarian. It's going to appear eccentric, very different. All right. So, excuse me, sorry. Oh my God. All right. So what did I channel for you guys? 3rd week. I'm seeing you guys on the Taurus glyph and moving the dark without speaking and trying to feel mentally better is what I'm picking up on. I'm seeing them with an open, naked back. Okay, so that's interesting. So hold on one second. So your guys' sun will be in Capricorn, and it's in your 4th house, and it's sextiling Neptune. So yes, this is definitely, there's something going on with you guys healing. Then Mercury in Capricorn, your thoughts, communication pattern, is sextiling Saturn in Pisces. Again, same thing is going on. Has something to do with healing. And then Venus in Sagittarius, I feel like I'm saying that weird, is in your 3rd house, and it's squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 6th house. And then that same day, Mercury in Capricorn in your 4th house is trining Jupiter. So something about your thoughts is getting... So I'm seeing you guys on the Taurus glyph and moving in the dark without speaking. So this is that, Mercury trining Jupiter. I'm seeing you guys in the dark, in the glyph. I'm seeing you guys on the Taurus glyph and moving in the dark. So the 8th house is looked at as our secrets. It's looked at as our internal world, as well as our shadow and the things that are going on behind our back. So it's also looked at as like the house of psychology. So I feel like you guys are trying to feel mentally better is what I'm picking up on. This is what that trine is talking about. And it's because it's like, it's been a rough, I feel like, few weeks for you guys is what I'm picking up on. Or I shouldn't say it, shouldn't say that because right now we're at January 19th is what I'm channeling. And then the sun in Capricorn conjunct Pluto, I'm seeing you guys with an open, naked back. So when I think of that, I think of your Kundalini. I think of being awakened and then open to transformation. And I feel like, so the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, and it's in your 8th house, and now Pluto is there. So yeah, I feel like this makes sense. I feel like in January, something will be transforming you guys. You guys will be going through something spiritually, internally, is what I'm picking up on. And it's psychological is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Okay, so the last week. The last week for you guys. Venus enters Capricorn in your 4th house on January 23rd. So it's leaving your 3rd house and it enters your 4th house. And then there's a full moon in Leo on January 25th in your 11th house. Okay. January 26th, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. So this goes direct in your 8th house. Okay. That same day, Sun in Aquarius and your 5th house is squaring Jupiter in your 8th house. Okay, so there's some type of block, there's some type of karmic lesson, a holdup. You are not able to see something, I feel like, internally, or learn something about yourself. Or it could actually be about others, is what I'm picking up about, because the sun in Aquarius, it's not necessarily always about us, right? It could be about others, and wanting to expand on this, but there is some type of block. January 27th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 4th house is conjunct Mars in Capricorn in your 4th house, okay? So this could be positive or negative, it depends. That same day, Venus in Capricorn in your 4th house is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your 6th house, so that's a good energy. The next day, January 28th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 4th house is trining Uranus in Taurus in the 8th house. Okay, that's another good energy. It's like you're just intuitively understanding something internally about yourself and others. It's, to me, it speaks of your shadow, like understanding your shadow and other people's shadows. Understanding yourself on a psychological level and other people as well. January 28th, Venus in Capricorn in your 4th house, trining Jupiter in Taurus in the 8th house. I mean, it could speak about gaining somehow money from others. It could. I don't think that's what I channeled though. January 29th, Mars in Capricorn in your fourth house is trining Uranus in Taurus in the eighth house. Okay, so what did I channel? Okay, so the last week, I'm picking up on Saturn energy. Like there's an emphasis on time here. I am picking up on loner energy, like you guys being alone and at home. And I'm seeing you guys again with your back open and a lot of light, like a lot of light. So I feel like this connects to the Pluto and the Sun energy. There's something about transformation going on. I also think it connects to your sixth house without a doubt. So I want to look at the transits. I said I'm picking up on Saturn energy. So I feel like this is Venus in Capricorn in your guys' fourth house, and it's sextiling Saturn in your sixth house in Pisces. So I feel like there's this emphasis on time regarding healing yourself, or maybe it's in regards to love and romance, because there's so much light on your back. And I feel like it's talking about your Kundalini. So I feel like, especially with Venus entering Capricorn, and the full moon entering Leo, which is your 11th house, right? 11th house can speak of your deepest desires, your dreams. Sorry. So something is going on here where something is illuminated for you guys the last week of January, where you guys are able to, especially with Uranus going direct in your eighth house, your internal world. And this connects to your fifth house, and fifth house natally belongs to Leo. I feel like maybe this is talking about this fourth house being a little cold, right? Because Capricorn is literally cold energy. It's direct energy. And don't get me wrong, it gets you to the place that you need to go. But it just doesn't belong home, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like this is where you guys are feeling challenged, because you're trying to look for that warmth, and that's what Leo energy can give you guys. And I feel like this is what you're trying to maybe give yourselves internally, is what I'm picking up on. But unfortunately, I feel like that Mercury conjunct Mars in your fourth house is internal conflict, because this could take a positive spin or a negative. This could be like a drive to go, 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 and to go after what it is you want. But the fact that it's happening in your fourth house, and it's like there is this energy of wanting to be with others, or maybe in a relationship, it's like, yeah, no. Another energy I am picking up on and channeling is I'm seeing somebody with technology watching you guys, and then I'm also seeing you guys watching somebody who's watching you guys. So I thought this was funny, because with technology, this is Uranus energy. This is like Aquarius energy, right? So, and I felt like I was seeing cherries, and cherries connects to Two of Cups. So this speaks of past relationships, past connections that you've been romantically linked with. So when we look at the transits the last week of January, there's a square, there is a holdup, right? So you guys have the sun in Aquarius in your fifth house, which speaks of romance. And there is a square, some type of difficulty. There is a challenge in your eighth house, the things going on behind your back with Jupiter and Taurus in your eighth house. Did I say that already? So the sun is squaring Jupiter. And then with Uranus, Uranus goes direct January 26th. And then I'm also seeing Mars in Capricorn in your fourth house, and it's trining Uranus in the eighth house in Taurus. So, and Mercury can also be seen as media, online, your social presence. So, Mars energy is masculine and Capricorn energy is masculine as well. And I'm seeing a masculine with their phone. So, and the fact that you guys can see this brings me to the 8th house, because this is that type of energy that you guys would have access to with Jupiter being here and Uranus. So I feel like you guys will be able to see something clearly when Uranus goes direct. Yeah, with Venus and Capricorn in your 4th house and it's trining Jupiter in your 8th house, it definitely connects to that 2 of Cups energy is what I'm picking up on. But it was like a 2 of Cups in reverse. I feel like this makes sense because Mars is the ruler of your guys' 7th house, which is Aries, right? Excuse me. And you guys have Chiron here, which is the wounded healer. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, I think that's it. That's all I got for you guys. All right, guys, that's all I got.